hope I'm saying this right, Witzel, number 44, Chris Witzel.
Watzel, I think.
Okay. And
I may be wrong too.
I'll make sure you get to say that one all night long.
I know it.
Number 45, Kerry Harris, junior guard, and we also have senior guard, number 23, Dante Ware. For your home Lebanon Blue Devils, no big surprises here. You got the X-Man, Mr. Smith, starting.
Go ahead, John. My bad.
Xavier Smith, number 22, junior guard, getting the nod to start the game off. Michael Edwards
is not going to start tonight. They're going to let, and I've just gone nuts here for a second. Luke Sampson is going to start tonight.
All right, so we got Xavier Smith bringing your point up, junior guard. Casey Nunley, also a junior guard, number 33. Herschel McCatherine, who's been playing big down low as of late. And Justin Bridges, a sophomore, number 4, will be starting. And also junior Luke Sampson, number 10, will get the nod tonight.
Well, John, we're ready to roll here as 11 will be going left to right on your dial. And Nunley and Watzel is going to jump tip, and it's going to be controlled by Warren County. P.L. Prater in the front court there. Prater looking to pass it inside, gets it inside to Harris. Harris puts up a shot, and it's missed. Rebound controlled by Nunley. Nunley up to Smith. Smith looks down inside. A nice cutting lick there for McCatherine, and McCatherine puts it up and in. And Lebanon jumping into the press as Warren County beats it by going over the top. Tries to make the pass to that 6'10 Watzel down the floor, and it gets knocked out of bounds by Xavier Smith. And John, this thing will get a little bit faster for us as Warren County inbounds this thing underneath the basket. Prater to inbound the basketball, throws it in there to Officer. Officer looking inside, trying to get it to Watzel, doesn't do it. Throws it back out front now to Ware. Ware penetrating, spin move, pump fake, throws it inside to Watzel. Watzel comes to the middle of the lane, tried to make a dump pass down there to Harris, and it's intercepted by Nunley. Nunley to Smith. Smith over to Bridges. Bridges puts out top to Nunley. Nunley with a jump stop inside, and he's going to be called for a walk. Pretty good looking move right there, but they called him for a walk, and Warren County will inbound it with Harris going full court pressure against man-to-man. He gets the ball inside almost. He does get it inside. Finally gets it inside to Officer. Officer makes a skip pass there. Ball knocked away momentarily by Nunley and trapped in the corner by McCatherine and Nunley. Ball is tipped out of bounds by Warren County, and it's going to go back to Lebanon. Lebanon will inbound the ball side court. Luke Sampson will inbound it and get the ball into Xavier Smith as Lebanon brings the ball at the floor with a 2-0 lead. 7:01 to go in the first quarter. Nunley over to, Smith over to Nunley. Nunley out to Bridges. Warren County pushing him out top. Luke Sampson's got the ball. Passes it back over to Nunley. Nunley looks inside as Lebanon runs a motion offense. Hits Bridges going down the corner, almost stolen at the top as he passes to Xavier Smith. Xavier looking inside, wants to get to the Big Mac. Bridges looking also in there and can't get it in there. Pass it to Nunley. Nunley looks and they reset the offense. And here comes Xavier, almost knocked out of his hands as Nunley takes the ball down the lane, tries to get it to go down and won't go. Loose ball on the floor. We got a jump ball right here. Possession area is going to stay with Lebanon as Lebanon will inbound it underneath the own basket.
Tell you what, Coach, both teams starting out in a man-to-man defense, pushing it as far away from that, or as close, I should say, as the half-court line, trying to start that offense out high.
Exactly. A lot of intensity as Herschel McCatherine throws it down in the backcourt here to Nunley. Nunley skips it over to Xavier for his first three, and it's good. Bottom. What a shot by Xavier. He can shoot the basketball, John.
That was beautiful. Squared his shoulders up and shot that thing the way it's supposed to be.
It sure does. Full court pressure still. Warren County gets it in, beats the full court pressure, makes a nice slicing pass inside to Watzel. Watzel goes up over Sampson. A little bit of a height advantage there and puts it in, and Warren County gets on the board. Xavier going the full length of the floor. Watzel, 6'10", makes him off his shot. Luke Sampson comes away with a good offensive board, puts it up and gets it blocked. And now here comes Warren County. Prater with the basketball, looking up the floor. Gets the ball down inside for a long three there. And that three was by Ware. Ware puts up one, and it goes down and ties this thing 5-5 with 5:36 to go in the game. Xavier Smith now in front court with the basketball, getting a pick from Big Mac.
Got a mismatch here.
As he rolls to his right. Had to lob and didn't get it to him. Luke Sampson has the ball out front and gets over to Nunley. Nunley makes a lob in there. Here goes McCatherine up, and he gets it swatted by Watzel. Watzel going to give Big Mac a little bit of challenge down there. Normally Big Mac doesn't see anybody taller than him. And here comes Josh Herbert in for Justin Bridges. Go ahead, John.
Tell you what, he is giving up some inches on him, but he looks to be a little bit more wide. So I really look for him to kind of muscle him around down there and really just hammer home some points tonight.
Let's hope that happens as Big Mac inbounds the ball, looking for somebody, gets it to Hubbard. Hubbard swings it around the top to Nunley, back to the corner off of the play that they run for Xavier Smith, and he swishes the net over there in the corner for another three, and Lebanon jumps out 8-5. Here it is, Pratt in the front court, makes a pass down inside to Daniel, to Ryan Daniel in the ball game now. Down inside to Watzel. Watzel spinning around looking, gets the ball stolen by Josh Hubbard. Hubbard with great hands inside. Pass the ball quickly to Smith. Xavier back to Hubbard. Hubbard will pull up a three, and he's a little excited and misses it. Rebound, though, by Nunley on the offensive board. He misses it, but offensive rebound again by McCatherine. McCatherine gets the ball back out to Sampson out front. Nunley has the ball now, throws it over to Hubbard. Hubbard thinking he's fixing to run away from it and gets caught with an awkward pass. In comes Michael Edwards and Robert Crudup as they check in. Sampson goes out for a second for a breather, and so does Nunley.
Tell you what, Coach, the intensity, I can barely keep up over here looking down, trying to keep my stats going.
It's a whirlwind over there.
This is fun basketball right here. You love to see two teams just go up and down the court like this.
Ware has it at the top, pitches it over to Daniel. Daniel throws it out top to Watzel. Watzel back to Daniel. Daniel looks inside, can't get it inside to Officer. Pitches it back outside to Watzel. Watzel looking inside, can't do it, working the triangle. Now they skip it across to Ware. Ware looking on this side and does try to make some penetration off of Watzel's pick. Back outside to T.L. Prater. I'll get it out in a minute. And he runs a nice rolling one-hander down the lane, and he gets it to drop. And the score is 8-7, Lebanon on top. Xavier Smith brings it to the top, passes it to Michael Edwards. Michael Edwards makes a nice bounce pass down to McCatherine. McCatherine makes a good pass. And gets it blocked. Watson gets a rebound, but Robert Crudup smacks it out of his hands out of bounds. It'll still be a Warren County ball out of bounds underneath the basket. Second for Herschel McCatherine now for his first playing time on the night. And Michael Edwards will put pressure defense over Warren County as they inbound his full court. Man-to-man pressure supported by Lebanon right now as they try to inbound the ball. They want to get a timeout right there. They couldn't get the ball in. It was awful close. We're going to get a time. Nope, we're not going to get a timeout. We're going to get a 5-second call. And we're going to turnover. John, you were right. You must be good at that math. Got it from this pack at Lebanon High School, I bet. Yeah. Lebanon inbound the ball. And Michael Edwards trying to find somebody. He does find Robert Crudup. Robert Crudup has it up outside again. That same play where they run the screen in the corner. And he knocks it again. Yes. He switched it out of the corner. What a play. They run a nice play where they throw it up top, put a double screen down in low and bring him to the corner, and he knocked it down again. We got 3:42 to go in the first quarter. Lebanon 11 and Warren County 7. You're listening to WANT 98.9. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We're back as Warren County tries to run the baseline to inbound the basketball. Warren County setting up a nice play down there as they inbound the basketball. They put a guy on the baseline, set him up for a pick, ran their guy inbound the basketball to the other end of the floor there, and as Michael Edwards chased him, he got called for a push. And so that's Michael's first and the team first foul for Lebanon, and Warren County again trying to inbound the basketball. Here goes the inbound ball to Ware. Ware throws it up top to Watzel. Watzel makes a long pass down to Daniel, but it comes off his hip and is stolen by Lebanon. Xavier Smith puts one up from the three-point land, and it's blocked by Ware. Ball controlled by Watzel. He gets it up to Prater. Prater bringing the ball down the middle of the floor, going coast to coast again, and he's going to get a blocking foul. Called off of Josh Hubbard. Hubbard trying to get his feet set and couldn't. Prater draws the foul. It's going to be, I believe, they're going to call that a shooting foul. They're going to put Prater on the line shooting two.
Okay, Xavier got a little little trigger happy there, but I can't say that I blame them. Sometimes when you're a shooter, you get that tingling feeling in your fingers. You just got to let some of them fly.
You got to let them go.
Even though the coaches on the sideline are going to be yelling at you for it, sometimes you got to do it.
Now, John, the coaches would never do that as Prater puts up his first one, and it's no good. Ready to shoot his second one. Well, John, you never did do that, though, did you?
Oh, never. I only shot when I was told to.
There you go. And Prater hits his second one. The ball inbounded by Lebanon and comes up. Smith gets it to Crudup. Crudup going all the way down the line, and it goes a little bit too far, and Watzel gets the charge. Crudup lowered his head, going coast to coast, trying to get that layup, and it just didn't. Watzel got his feet set in time, and there it goes. Two Warren County players checking in as Watzel gets a little break right there, and Harris checks back in, and Prater checks out as Cameron Bond checks in.
Tell you what, Coach, that was about 6'1" running into 6'10", and the 6'10" got the call.
There you go. Inbounds there goes to Harris. Harris has got the ball, throws it back inside to Officer. Officer gets a hand check from Robert Crudup. Lebanon defense all over him right now, trying to apply that pressure, and the officials say we're not going to let it happen tonight. We're going to call it close, and that's going to be his second foul as Casey Nunley checks back in, and the fouls are Lebanon 4, Warren County 0 right now. Lebanon really applying the pressure in the backcourt. Gets the ball in there to Daniel. Daniel brings it all the way up the floor, and it's back tip there by Xavier Smith and makes that happen. The ball goes out of bounds off the Warren County player, and Lebanon will inbound it.
That is Warren County's 6th turnover, and Xavier showing the speed along with his three-point range tonight.
He has great hustle. As Smith brings the ball down the floor, Xavier does, setting up the offense. Gets a pick by Michael Edwards, drives down the left lane, decides to do it again, throws it back out to Nunley. Nunley up top, trying to get a pick by Hutto and doesn't get it. They smack the ball out. Ware smacks the ball out of Smith's hand, throws it back to the top to Hubbard. Hubbard back to Smith. Don't really have an offense working right now. Waiting for a call to be made. Nunley at the top, looking for Edwards. Gets him on the cutter. Edwards going to the post there and going to get called for a walk. Tried to make a move and didn't happen. Here comes McCaffrey back in, Hutto out, Bridges in, and Smith is out. Pressure's still being applied, and they're playing a lot of people, John.
I like that move by Michael. I like that aggressive move. You don't see that out of him a whole lot. I'd really like to see him get more aggressive with his back to the basket and make some moves. Turnover here.
Exactly. Yes. Long pass downfield down the floor, not downfield, down the floor, and knocked off of the hands right there, and Herschel McCaffrey came out with it. Hubbard driving baseline. Nice bounce. Yeah, what about that? Nice back bounce pass to Herschel McCaffrey, and he knocks that layup down. Inbounds feed there goes to Harris, but it's knocked out of his hands, and in front court comes number 24, Cody Keel. I had to find him out. Cody Keel over to, back to Cody Keel. It was there for a few minutes. The officer out in front for shooting a long three was Daniel off the side of the backboard. Maybe got a deflection, and Bridges has the ball for Lebanon in front court. Makes a pass down the short baseline by Herschel McCaffrey. Herschel normally hits that, but he follows his own shot, gets it, and goes back up, and he's fouled. He's going to be fouled there, it looks like, by Officer. Officer with his foul there would have been Warren County's first foul, and definitely Officer's first foul.
I tell you, Coach, I don't know how McCaffrey does anything with those straps hanging off his shoes like that. That would drive me insane.
Yeah, you know, we used to have players played back when you did. They'd play with their shoes untied. I never understood that. I
couldn't do it. I had ankle problems as it was. There's no way I could have done it.
Well, Herschel puts up his first one, and he hits it, and the Lebanon lead is 14-8 over Warren County as Luke Sampson checks in and Brian Reeder checks in, and Herschel Michael Edwards checks out for second along with Josh Hubbard. McCaffrey to the line to shoot his second one. His first one was good, and here he goes with his second shot. It's up, and it's good. So the score, 15 Lebanon, Warren County 8, 1:47 to go in the first quarter. It's a barn burner.
It is, and Herschel McCaffrey has got a great free throw shot for a man that size.
Warren County still struggling to get the basketball in. Finally does get it in. Prater going one-on-one against Justin Bridges, and as we said earlier, they're not going to let them bump. They're not going to let them touch one another. Lebanon really coming out, putting their hands on him. Coach Kyle's chewing the official. I don't think that'll get him anywhere tonight. He's going to say, I'm going to make the call, and we'll go from there. So they're arguing. So hopefully we won't have a technical foul tonight, but sometimes that happens. Here we go. Warren County inbound the basketball, and they put it to Prater. Prater looking over the offense, 11 in the man-to-man. And sure enough, we called it right here. Technical foul on Coach Kyle. Kind of saw it coming. I thought, you know, the official makes a call early in the game, I think, to where he's going to let him play or not with the hands over there. Coach Kyle he wants to let him play with their hands on him because that's his game plan tonight, I think, John.
That is it.
But the official, you know, has the call. And they're going to put Prater to the line to shoot the 2 technical fouls.
It's just like we said in the pregame. It's going to be a hard